Greetings gamers, Jordan GT Trainer here with an interesting video to share. Since we're in the month of Halloween, I decided to do something relating to the holiday through video games. One thing to know about me is that I'm a fan of zombies. I don't know why, but I enjoy seeing the living dead moving around at an often slow pace while moaning and trying to eat people. I like zombies so much that one of my all-time favorite movies is Shaun of the Dead. I'm not going to discuss any movies here because this is my gaming channel, not my film channel. So let's talk about video games instead. When it comes to zombies in video games, the first thing that's likely to come to most gamers' minds is the Resident Evil franchise, since it gets talked about quite a lot. Truthfully, I'm not that big a fan of this series because I haven't played enough of its games to really understand the lore. But I admit I find the concept of an evil corporation using something that turns people around the world into zombie-like creatures and monsters to be intriguing and somewhat unique. I think certain characters like Jill Valentine and Leon S. Kennedy are interesting. Again though, there is a lot about the Resident Evil lore that I don't fully understand because as of this video, the only games I've really played are Resident Evil 4, the Umbrella Chronicles, and the Darkside Chronicles. Maybe one day I'll ask my good friend Clark Mir to share some of the Resident Evil lore with me, because he's a fan of the series and seems to have a lot of knowledge about it. In fact, Clark has some good commentary videos on Resident Evil and a few other video game franchises on his YouTube channel. I highly recommend checking them out. Getting back on topic, regarding zombies in video games, the first thing that comes to my mind on that is the Dead Rising series. Now this is a unique type of zombie video game series that's fun for a lot of gamers, because it allows you to freely roam around and use just about anything as a weapon against the undead. All the while it's taking on bosses dubbed as psychopaths and uncovering the mysteries behind the zombie outbreaks. As of this video, I've only played the first Dead Rising game, but I watched playthrough videos of 2 and 3, so I know most of what happens in the series. Along with its fun and unique gameplay styles and engaging storylines, the Dead Rising series has a lot of interesting characters, with the most recognizable one undoubtedly being freelance photojournalist and recurrent protagonist Frank West.
I've covered wars, you know.
Of course, they come with a variety of voice actors, including some well-known ones like Steve Blum and Brad Swale. Speaking of which, there are 4 particular voice actors in the Dead Rising series that I was surprised to hear, mostly because I know these people from more family-friendly stuff. I mean, I know it's not uncommon for voice actors to be in both kid and adult medias, but to me personally, it's a little rare to hear these specific ones in the latter. So I decided to make a video going over these 4 voice actors and why I was surprised to hear them in the Dead Rising series. Number 4, John Kassir. Okay, this guy might not be too surprising because he's been in some media aimed toward older audiences, but probably his most well-known work being the voice of the Crypt Keeper in HBO's Tales from the Crypt.
Damn you, Marcel! I told you they wanted violence, not violins. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it, kiddies? Want a little more champagne?
Johnny also voiced Deadpool in a few Marvel video games and Enzo in the Bayonetta series. That said, if you grew up in the late 1990s to early 2000s like me, you may recall Johnny Kassir during his time on Nickelodeon, most notably as a main cast member on the first season of The Amanda Show, but also voicing characters in several Nick cartoons such as Buster Bunny in the original Tiny Toons, Mervis and Diplap in Cat Dog, Ray Rocket in Rocket Power, and Jaboba in the Tak video games. These days, he usually voices Pete Puma in modern Looney Tunes, and is the current primary voice of Scrooge McDuck. The fact that Johnny portrays mostly oddball characters makes a little bit of sense because he's also a comedian. So of course he would voice a clown psychopath named Adam McIntyre in the first Dead Rising game.
Stay away from there, Gramps! Huh? Everyone used to laugh at me. I was a walking punchline. But not anymore.
I've seen some gamers say this clown slightly resembles Pennywise in the 1990 adaptation of Stephen King's It, and sounds like Mickey Mouse on drugs. I can sort of see the former, but not so much the latter. I don't know what the hell that voice is supposed to be.
When the zombies came, everyone died. Nice fun ride! I won't let you stop the ride, Gramps. If the ride stops, then the zombies come back. And that won't be any fun at all!
Seriously, what kind of voice is that? Number 3, Samuel Vincent. This Canadian guy has lent his voice in many cartoons made or distributed in Canada since the early 1990s, with probably his most well-known vocal performance being Ed Double D and Ed, Edd and Eddy.
What has become of this world? Is nothing sacred? No, everything is soiled. Who would do such a thing? Who would violate the sanctity of somebody's room with their filthy hands?
Sam has also voiced the titular character in Crypto the Superdog and older Lloyd Garmadon in the Ninjago franchise. He's also been in several English-dubbed anime for both younger and older audiences. So like John Kassir, it's probably not too surprising to hear Samuel Vincent lend his voice in a mature video game like Dead Rising 2. As for what character he voices in said game, Samuel is a highly dedicated and somewhat annoying mailman psychopath named Carl Spliff. And if you listen closely, you can hear a bit of Double D in this short man's voice.
Neither rain, nor sleet, nor hail, nor zombies are going to keep me from my appointed rounds. I swore an oath, sir, and this package requires a signature!
What's more, Carl holds a grudge against Dead Rising 2 protagonist Chuck Green because he believes the poor guy is responsible for causing the zombie outbreak in the game's main setting and ruining the Postal Service.
You're Chuck Green. You stop. Actually, I have been looking for you. This package is a very special delivery, just for you. Have a nice day. Years of perfect service, perfect attendance, all ruined because of you. You know, without order, without routine, we have nothing. Well, you won't succeed. You will not bring down my postal service. You are going to pay!
Call me crazy, but somehow I can imagine adult Double D being like this even if there wasn't a zombie outbreak occurring. Number 2, Bill Farmer. Any Disney fanatic knows this man as the current voice of Goofy since the 1980s.
Let me show you a little family secret handed down through about 12 or 13 Goof generations. The perfect cast.
Donald, in my experience, the best photos are the ones that aren't all staged and purty.
He's also the current voice of Pluto and Horace Horsecollar. Outside of the Mickey Mouse series, Bill had voiced Looney Tunes characters Foghorn Leghorn, Sylvester Cat, and Yosemite Sam in the first Space Jam movie. You see, Bill isn't just a voice actor, but also a comedian and impressionist, as he can usually imitate a lot of people and characters well. Don't worry though, because throughout his career, Bill has done plenty of regular voice acting in many animations and video games, most of which are family friendly, but he's occasionally lent his voice in some mature stuff. That said, Bill's most notable regular voice work is probably as Hoppediah Hop-Hop Planter in Disney's Amphibia.
I personally love the peace and quiet. A frog can really hear themselves think out here. Did you leave the stove on? The front door unlocked? Will you die alone? Well, that was a mistake.
While he doesn't always voice these types of characters, I think Bill has a passion for portraying fathers and fatherly figures in various medias, because he's said to be like one in real life, particularly to his fellow co-star and Max Goof voice actor Jason Marsden. And being in a mature video game like Dead Rising, you would think that Bill Farmer would voice some sort of parental figure, right? Not exactly.
Look, mister, if we're gonna fight these zombies, we need guns! Stay back!
I trust them damn zombies about as far as I can throw them, but I trust people even less.
Don't shoot! Look, let's talk this over.
You can talk to my 12 gauge. Don't get no closer. I'll blow you all to kingdom come.
Yeah, and here Bill voices a paranoid gun shop owner with serious trust issues named Cletus Sampson. Despite being labeled as a psychopath, Cletus is actually one of the sanest bosses in the whole series, as he isn't crazy and is just highly protective of his shop.
damn it, I warned you. In a situation like this, I can't afford to trust nobody.
Also, it's a little hard to catch at first, but if you listen carefully, you can hear a bit of Goofy in Cleese's voice after he's defeated.
Damn, mister. Come on now. What are you, crazy? You want guns so bad that y'all are willing to kill for them? Let me go.
Hey!
Please.
Hey, wait!
No! No!
What a sad way to go. Number 1. Andrew Lawrence. Yet another actor known for his time at Disney, mainly during the 1990s, in which he was most notable for starring alongside his real-life brothers Joey and Matthew in the sitcom Brotherly Love, and voicing T.J. Didweller in Disney's Recess.
I don't have any money, ma'am, but I do have my marker. Don't worry, there's a whole pad more where that came from.
Good old TJ.
Keep in mind that Andrew was a kid at the time, and when the first Dead Rising game came out in 2006, he was a young adult. So I guess it shouldn't be too surprising that Andy Lawrence would end up in more mature stuff by then. And eventually he would lend his voice in 2013's Dead Rising 3, but not as a psychopath like the other three guys. Oh no. Andy instead portrays Dead Rising 3 protagonist Nick Ramos.
What is it you have to tell me? No more hints, just out with it.
I haven't played Dead Rising 3 as of this video, but from what I've seen in several YouTube videos, while Nick isn't necessarily a bad main character, he's weaker compared to Frank Weston and Chuck Green, the latter of whom makes an appearance in Dead Rising 3.
I've been looking for my daughter for 2 years. And now there's a zombie outbreak like the one that killed her mother. You don't know what that's like. Who the hell is this?
Nick Ramos. Who are you?
Chuck Green.
On the plus side, Andy does a pretty good job voicing Nick. Although knowing the guy from when he was a kid in family-friendly shows, it feels a little weird to hear him swear, particularly when he says this line.
I'm gonna kill you with my bare fucking hands, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, good luck watching Disney Recess after hearing TJ say that. Okay, that's all 4 voice actors I was surprised to hear in the Dead Rising series. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there are any voice actors you were surprised to hear in Dead Rising or any mature video game, let me know in the comments and I might make more discussion videos like this in the future. Until then, thanks for watching, I'll see you all around and have a safe and happy Halloween.